we just watched the videos and you've had an opportunity to get an idea of what radiometric dating is and how to date it. And so now I'm going to do some examples, okay? And so let's go ahead and take an example and we'll work it through. So I have a rock and I had it analyzed, and the people at the lab told me that I had 6.25% C14, carbon 14 in my rock, okay? And so I need to figure out how many half-lives this carbon 14 has undergone and how old my rock is. So the first thing I need to understand is that C14 has a half-life of approximately 5,700 years, just to round it up, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and just put a red circle around that so that we can see that, okay? So then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to have you guys remember back to the video where I did the pizza, and we need to figure out how many half-lives it takes for my C14 to reach 6.25%. So on this side, I have C14, which is the parent. I'm going to put that in parentheses. And then on this side, this is my new element, and that's the daughter, right? And it's the ratio of how much C14 to how much new, to how much new material elements I have. So at time 0, I'm going to go back to black. I prefer that. 100% C14. And I have 0 new, the daughter, right? And so a half-life, 5,700 years goes by, and it's gone through one half-life. That means that I have 50% C14 and 50% daughter isotopes. With me so far? So that means that it would be T1 half-life. Okay? So then another 5,700 years goes by, and I have another half-life happens, but it can only happen to the C14, so it only happens here. And so half of that would be 25%, right? So if I have 25% C14, then I would have 75% daughter isotopes. And that would be T or time 2 half-lives. Okay, and then we're gonna keep going. Another 5,700 years goes by, and I have another half-life happens to this one. I have 12.5% C14, and I have 87.5% daughter isotopes. And that would be at time 3 half-lives. And finally, another 5,700 years goes by, and I have half of this now, which is 6.25%. Okay, which leaves me with a daughter amount of 93.75%. And that will be at time 4 half-lives, correct? And so now I've reached the area where I have 6.25% in here, and this is the same as the 6.25% that was in my rock. And so the questions that I'm posing is, how many half-lives did my rock undertake? Well, I just found out here that my rock has gone through 4 half-lives. Am I right? Okay. And then the next question I posed was, how old is my rock? Right? So all I do to figure out how old that is I multiply how many half-lives by 5,700 years, because it takes 5,700 years approximately for 1 half-life. So 5,700 times 4 is, my rock is 22,800 years old. Yes, you should always need to put the units of measurements so that it could be 22,000. When I say 22,800, it could be a number of things, right? You always have to put the unit at the end.